Welcome back to Clock Africa. In a powerful and emotional sit-down with the Breakfast Club, Keyshia Cole opened up about her life journey, her career, motherhood, and love, offering a deeply personal reflection shaped by both struggle and triumph. Please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel. And if you are returning, thank you for your love. Now, let's get back to the story. Marking the 20th anniversary of her debut album, The Way It Is, Keyshia expressed gratitude for her fans and the chance to celebrate this milestone with a nationwide tour. She spoke candidly about how much she's evolved since her early days in the music industry, from being emotionally volatile and rebellious to becoming a grounded mother and self-aware woman who prioritizes growth and peace. Keyshia reflected on the misconceptions that have followed her throughout her career, particularly the perception of her being mean or having a bad attitude. She admitted that while those traits may have once been true during turbulent phases, she has grown past them and is proud of her personal evolution. Her transformation, she explained, was significantly shaped by becoming a mother. The responsibility of raising two sons made her reevaluate her choices and behavior, knowing that one misstep could cost her everything, including her ability to be present for her children. Touching on her family dynamic, Keyshia recounted how her upbringing, her relationship with her late mother Frankie, and the exposure of her private life on reality TV influenced her public image. Although she initially welcomed the idea of documenting her life to inspire girls from similar backgrounds, the reality show eventually became emotionally draining as it showcased raw and painful family moments. When the environment turned toxic and healing stalled, she made the difficult decision to pull away, prioritizing mental health over profit and refusing to continue filming for entertainment value at the expense of her family's well-being. She also detailed the struggles of trying to support her mother through addiction, sharing the heartbreaking moment when Frankie declined to enter a program, saying she was content with her life. A year later, Frankie passed away. Despite the loss, Keyshia continues to carry her mother's memory with love and grace, recognizing the complexity of addiction and accepting that her mother had the right to live on her own terms. In a poignant moment, she recounted her mother telling her she'd always felt loved and never judged by Keyshia, words that brought a measure of peace amidst grief. When asked about her broader definition of family, Keyshia said her core values remain unchanged: love, support, and unconditional presence, but with boundaries that protect her own mental health and that of her children. Although she's working to slowly rebuild connections with her siblings, she admitted that unifying her family has proven difficult. Her dream of bringing all her siblings together under one roof never fully materialized, and it took months to bury her mother because many siblings refused to come together. That pain lingers, but she continues to believe in healing, just on a slower timeline. In terms of her legacy, Keyshia wrestled with the idea of being labeled the generational curse breaker. While she acknowledges having strived to break cycles of dysfunction and uplift her family, she feels the label is only valid if the entire family grows together. Individual success, she said, isn't enough to heal generational wounds unless the love and unity are shared across the family. Shifting gears, Keyshia discussed her love life with clarity and vulnerability. Despite past heartbreaks and public scrutiny over her relationships, she hasn't given up on love. She revealed she's currently single and not ready to date, choosing instead to focus on herself, her children, and her career. While she still wears a tattoo from a past relationship, she hasn't removed it because there's no urgency. Her heart is healing at its own pace. Her experiences with love have taught her to move more cautiously and avoid forcing connections, emphasizing the importance of reciprocity and peace over chaotic passion. Throughout the conversation, the the topic of public perception kept resurfacing. From the way her emotional moments were interpreted during the Versus battle with Ashanti to the infamous diaper outfit controversy, Keyshia acknowledged how often people misread her intentions. She clarified that her tears on stage during a performance weren't about heartbreak, but rather a moment of gratitude for her fans and career longevity. The diaper outfit, which drew unnecessary criticism, was nothing more than a bold fashion choice, one that had even been worn by other artists, but only became a subject of ridicule when she wore it. She explained that people often project their own expectations onto her, especially when it comes to love. Fans, having witnessed her ups and downs, sometimes want her to hide her relationships until they're perfect, but Keyshia rejects that idea. She wants the freedom to live authentically without having to perform happiness or filter her love life for the comfort of the public. For her, real love doesn't need public validation. It only needs mutual respect and peace. And while she's not actively dating, she still believes in the possibility of lasting love when the time and person are right. Keyshia's love for music remains at the heart of her journey. She's proud of how her songs have transcended generations, with even young kids now singing lyrics from her debut album. Her fan base spans decades, and she credits her raw, relatable storytelling for that connection. She laughed as she recounted Stevie Wonder once telling her, "You are to your generation what we were to your parents." That compliment shook her, but it affirmed the impact she's made over the years. She hinted at working on new music, including a record inspired by her last relationship and a collaboration with Trippie Redd. There's also a fresh project on the horizon involving a sample flip from Glorilla. Keyshia made it clear that music remains her refuge, her therapy, and her way of translating life's chaos into clarity. Even as she navigates fame, family tension, and personal healing, her artistry has never faltered. Near the end of the interview, she addressed Antonio Brown's public comments, choosing to take the high road. Though hurt by his words, especially the claim that no one cared about her, she emphasized that her focus is on her children and maintaining her dignity. She asked him privately to stop, and when he persisted, she simply distanced herself rather than engage in public back and forths. Her restraint is another mark of her growth, showing a shift from the reactive Keyshia of the past to a woman who now chooses peace over spectacle. Keyshia was also asked if she ever regretted how much of her life she shared with the world. Her answer was honest, yes, at times, but she knows that being raw and open is part of what makes her who she is. She doesn't hide from her past, even if there are moments she wishes she could erase. In a final reflection, she said that fame didn't steal her childhood. She had lived a wild and full one growing up in Oakland, but it did place a microscope on her pain. Despite that, she's grateful. She feels the love now more than ever and is excited to bring that love back to the stage. Ultimately, this wasn't just an interview. It was a masterclass in self-awareness, accountability, and grace. Keyshia Cole continues to be a mirror for her fans, reflecting the messiness of life, the beauty of growth, and the power of never giving up on love or self. As she gears up for the 20th anniversary tour and eyes a new chapter in both music and motherhood, one thing is certain, she's not done writing her story, and the best chapters may still be ahead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.